Everyone, and welcome to the Twin Stitches Designs podcast. My name is Julie and I am the knitwear designer behind Twin Stitches Designs. Today we are January 1st, so Happy New Year to everyone. I hope that you had amazing holidays with your family, whatever holiday you celebrate. And I wanted to pop in, get a podcast on January 1st to start off the new year right. I am so excited. You guys, I always say this, but today's podcast is ridiculous. I wonder if I can show you. Yeah. And there's more all over the ground. So I have a lot to share with you. I have a lot of acquisitions. I have a new knit along to announce. At the end of the episode, I will also be announcing the knit along winners for the Coffee House Sock Club. I might be recording it another day, so you might get like another clip of me wearing something completely different, or if I can squeeze it in here, I will. So we have a lot to go over, and first we will start with where you can find me. I am Julianne Knitter, both on Instagram and Ravelry. We have a group for the podcast as well as my designs. If you search Ravelry under Twin Stitches Designs Podcast, you will find everything there, and all the show notes are listed under this video. I usually try to put them in our Ravelry group if I have the time, so if you have any questions, definitely let me know here or over there, and I will answer them as soon as I possibly can. I am coming to you from my home in New Brunswick, Canada, and it is a beautiful day outside. We were supposed to receive like a storm yesterday, well, it was supposed to be like this big massive storm, and then we only got about 5 centimeters of snow, and by the time we woke up this morning, the roads were already to the pave, so I'm like, perfect, this is the kind of storm I can deal with this winter. I don't want a ton of snow. So today is a great day. My twins just went to go to bed. We just put them to bed, and when they wake up later, we're going to be going to visit my aunt in the hospital. She's been there for a little bit, so we're going to go visit her with the girls, so that's going to be fun to go and surprise her. She has no idea, so that is going to be nice this afternoon to go do that. Yes, so the Coffee House Sock Club has come to an end. It was finished on December 31st. I've closed off the thread in the Ravelry group, and I will be picking winners both on Instagram, Ravelry, FO, and Chatter threads. So if you have participated in any of that, make sure you stay tuned all the way to the end, where I will be announcing all of the winners for that. Thank you so much for all of your support. You guys have absolutely loved this club, and it will be coming back in the fall next year. I'm also maybe thinking about doing another type of club in the summertime. So I have a few ideas going around, and I'm hoping to kind of put that in the works for you. I absolutely love doing the clubs. I was really scared of it at first, just because the patterns are mystery. So the Coffee House Sock Club was 3 mystery patterns that you would purchase in advance, and you would get September 1st, October 1st, and November 1st, a pattern each month. And if you wanted to knit along, there was going to be some prizes and just have a lot of fun with it. So a lot of you knit along. I saw some FOs, and you guys just blew me away with all of your beautiful projects. So again, a humongous thank you to all of you. So now that one knit along ended, I have another exciting knit along to announce. Me and my friend Kay of the Crazy Sock Lady are co-hosting a year-long knit along called Stash Busters KAL. What this is, we were talking, and we have a lot of beautiful yarn in our stash that we are just not knitting up, and we are planning on trying to use as much of our stash in 2020 as possible. We would love for you guys to join us. I will put the hashtag here that you can use on Instagram, and tag us if you like. I can't wait to see everything you have planned. I've already started the chatter group in the Ravelry. What we did, so it's a year-long knit along. You use anything from your stash. We are going to be using the honor code in this that you don't need to log it on Ravelry. You just have to use it from your stash of January 1st all the way to December 31st. So you would have had to purchase it yesterday or last year. So it would already be in your stash. What we're going to be doing is each quarter, so January all the way to the end of March, is going to be a themed. If you use a project in that theme, you get 2 entries instead of 1. So our first quarter theme is socks. So if you knit a pair of socks of any type of designer, you get 2 entries in the Ravelry group. If also you use any of mine or Kay's pattern, you also get 2 entries. If you just use any type of other knitted project, so let's say that you knit a sweater or a scarf, you would only get 1 entry because you have not completed the theme. Though if you knit a sweater of mine, so that would count as 2. I hope that makes sense. If you just do any pattern, you get 1 entry. If you use socks, you get 2. And if you use any of mine and Kay's pattern, you also get 2. Please do not post 4 times if you've knit like socks that are using my pattern. That doesn't give you 4. You still only get 2, a double entry. If you guys mess up, don't worry. I'll delete the post in the Ravelry group. If you have any questions, my God, please put them below. Sometimes I think it makes sense in my brain, but then it doesn't make sense when I try to explain it. So let's hope all of that was clear. I'm really excited about this knit along. I have some beautiful stash and I am really excited. I want to knit more for my girls. If you are new to the podcast, I have twins who are turning, oh my God, 2 years old next month. How did time go by so fast? So they were born on January 25th. So at the end of this month, they are turning 2 years old. And I have not knit them enough garments. I knit them a Mountain Mist pullover. I knit them in yellow, a Barocco DK yellow, and it is beautiful. So what I am planning on doing, and I would love to share with you right here a few of my little projects using my stash that I have planned. So I'm planning on using the Math of the Mountain Mist pullover by Tin Can Knits. It is a paid for pattern that you can grab. I will link it below. I want to use fingering weight held double gives close to a DK to a worsted weight wage. So I will be swatching and figuring out from there. But I'm wanting to make them a few of these pullovers using my stash. So what I found, because I did Advent minis this year, so I did 2 beautiful swaps with some of my friends, and I had received a Advent from Wool is the Answer. So out of those minis, I was like, I put in my polls, my stories, which one do you guys like together? So I'm going to be doing 4 different sweaters for the girls in 4 different color themes. So let me show you what I mean. First up, it's not going to be the first. I already skeined up one. But I have like an orange pinkish theme. So what I did was I am pairing 1 full skein of yarn with a ton of minis. So what I'm going to be doing while I'm knitting it up is I'm going to be holding this fingering weight throughout and changing the minis. Now I'm not sure if I want it marled or if I would like it striped. If I would like, marled I mean like faded. Or if I would just want like random stripes all over the place. I'm not 100% sure. Jill, my friend Jill, who I did the swap with, she did a, what is it called? The flax pullover by Tin Can Knits, and she did it striped. Oh, I loved it striped. So I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do yet. So this one is going to be the first. The full skein of yarn I know is Akara Yarns in Toasted Marshmallow, which I think goes perfect with all these mini skeins. Now, please do not ask me to name every single mini skein because I do not know. So all I know is they are stunning. Like, look at these. Oh, actually, I do know that this one is Akara Yarns. This one is from my stash. This one is Flock Fiber Studios in Falling Leaves. So you see how they're all like a pinkish, orangish. There we go. Really, really pretty. So yeah, so I'm going to be pairing this together, and I think it's going to be a beautiful sweater. So like I said, I'm unsure of how I'm going to be striping, fading, and I might do it differently. Like I might do some faded, I just want to have fun with it, and I want it to be projects that are completely mindless for me, that I can pick up with the girls around, that are not stressful. So that is going to be one sweater. That's just gonna go right on the ground. Okay, number 2. This is going to be a pink theme. I did ask on my Instagram which one you guys thought, and at the end I did decide to go with Dragon Hoard Yarns. This is in her Siren Song. The only reason I decided to go with this one, it had more yardage. So the other ones, it was Haute Knit Yarns, which I absolutely love, but that one only had 400 yards, and this one has 436. So I wanted a little bit extra yardage. And then this is going to be a beautiful pink themed. I think this one's going to be a lot of fun to knit up. Yeah, so I even put like a little bit more neutral, and then some really like hot pinks, and then more mauvey pinks, peachy pinks. So yeah, this is going to be another set of sweater. Might as well just keep on putting them on the ground. All right, sweater number 3. This is a full skein of Madeline Tosh. These are one-of-a-kind skeins that I just purchased last year at her Black Friday sale. They were ridiculously discounted, so I just grabbed these. And this one I find is like fun. It's like kind of a neutral, but at the same time, there's like these very big speckle, like different color speckles. So this one I'm kind of going for like a purple / multicolored, which I think would be a lot of fun. Oh, and if you see the orange yarn, it's just, I put one of my, an orange scrap yarn thread, just to keep them all together. So yeah, so this one is more like a bluish, purplish theme. So I think it's going to go really nicely with that. It'll kind of tone it down. The Madeline Tosh will kind of tone it down, but I think it will still be beautiful and have a nice, different effect. I do not mind different colors for the girls. There's no, I don't really go by color theme, like they can't wear blue or they can't wear this. I just pick whatever colors I think are pretty together, and they will definitely wear it. That does not bother me. Oh, this one is if I know them, I will let you know. This one is Keeper of the Keys by Teeny Button Studios. That is one that I had in my stash. Do I have any more? No, I don't know the other ones. They were all minis from swaps. So yeah, that is going to be another kit. Okay, the next kit, because I do have 4, is my blue kit. And this one I actually already skeined up because this is going to be the next one on my needles. It is in a bag that was gifted to me 2-3 years ago in a fun fiber share. I am not sure who it is, but is one of my favorite bags. I just love these little deers and the mouse and the cat. Like, it is such a beautiful fabric, and I love this size bag too. It is a nice drawstring with a canvas bottom. Really like it. And she doesn't make bags. She had just made me a bag for the fiber share, but I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite, all-time favorites, just because of the print. So like I said, I mentioned I'm going to be doing the blue kit. So this is going to be a little bit messy because I already skeined them up, and some of them got a little loose. Oops. Sorry about the needles. I had already put, like I told you guys in the past, I absolutely love preparing my project bags with all of my yarn, my needles, everything. So I prepare everything in there, my notions. So when I'm ready to cast on, I can do it right away. So this one for the full skein, again, I had asked in my stories, and I ended up going with Tippy Tree Yarns, the Ice Castle colorway. And here is their tag. All the information is here. So it is a on her Tippy fingering, superwash merino, 75/25, 463 yards per 100 grams. What I am going to be doing, oh my God, look at that mess. Well, I'm not organized. Oh well. Let me just skein that up real quick for you, so you don't have to look at that yarn barf the whole episode. What I'm going to be doing is I am going to be, I think, doing the collar here, the little cuffs, and potentially also the ribbing on the body in a white. Just doubling the white and then doing all of the sweater in blue. I think doing a contrast color, also Jill, I'm completely copying her. She did like a really bright pink and then all did like pink scraps for it, and it was stunning. So I love it. So I thought about doing a blue, but I didn't have like the perfect blue that would go with it. So I'm thinking white would be beautiful as well. So this is just some leftover yarn from Akara Yarns, just some icing. Plain white. Sorry if you heard that, that's my cat. Yeah, so I'm going to be doing, like I said, the collar, the cuffs, and the ribbing. And then I'm going to be using this as the main color. And these are... Can I hold all of them up? Oh yeah, I can. And here are all of my minis. So I have some more neutral ones, and then I have like, see, this is what I'm thinking. If I do a fade, like, oh my God, I'm totally gonna mess this up. There we go. Look at that fade. Isn't that just like perfect? So this is what I'm contemplating. Like, I really love this fade. So what if I were to do like the blue in a fade, and then like maybe the other ones where it's like the purple one, I could do it like striping because there's not really a fade to do. I really love this. Oh, I'm so excited. Now that I'm seeing it again, I just want to cast it on. But I do want to get a few things off my needles first before I go and cast everything on. So that is going to be on my needles for the knit along. I do want to grab, I do want to get 4 little sweaters for them. I'm debating, I do love the fit because I did make them a Mountain Mist pullover. I absolutely love the fit of the 2 to 4 year old size. I do, and I might actually do a little bit longer sleeves and longer body, more like a tunic length. I'm probably going to finish the sleeve first and then finish the body like a really long length. Hopefully I would have enough. And I'll go from there and see what I can do with the amount of yarn that I have for each little sweater. So I think that's going to be a lot of fun. And so if I do those 4 sweaters, I would get 4 full skeins of yarn out of my stash with like 30 minis out, I think, because I'm doing about 6 to 7 minis per sweater. So yeah, I can get all of that out, which I'm really excited. All right, that is about the knit along. So next up, I will be going over the FOs. So I have 2 finished objects that I don't have with me that they were gifted for Christmas. I was able to finish my father-in-law socks, which were the West Yorkshire spinners. And if you followed my stories, I also finished a pair of socks for my dad out of Opal. So they were tube cranked socks, and I was able to place the heels, toes, and cuffs, get them all woven in, and gifted to them for Christmas. So that was awesome. I was really happy about that. I am planning on doing more throughout the year to try and have some in storage ready for gift knitting, so I don't have to try and do them at the last minute. The other finished object, which is a hoe, a haft object, I finished my first sock in the Little Wolf Knits. This is, do I have the tag? Don't think so. So this is in her Sunfish base, which is a 75-25 superwash merino nylon, and this is in her Down the Shore sock kit. This is going to be a pattern in the next men's collection. I am releasing this on January 17th, I think. I just put a call out to test knitters yesterday for this pattern. So simple, you guys. It is a 2-row repeat, and it is a lot of fun. So I just did the texture in the front and then left the back plain, but you could easily do the texture both in the front and the back. Yeah, I really, really love this pair of socks. So then I used the mini for the heel. I love that effect that it just gives like a pop of color. And I think for guys as well, it's nice just to have that little pop of color and more neutral. So I knit these actually on a 2.25 millimeter needle and with my Hiya Sharps, no, Chiago needles. which are my preferred sock needles. And these sock blockers are from Alex Workshop Designs that I got on Etsy. I really love this. So I need to cast on the second one, but excuse me, that is all done. So I'm going to be sending out the patterns to test knitters on Friday and then get that out to you guys, like I said, I think on January 17th. Just going to grab my throat's a little dry. Okay, the next item that I finished, look, I'm calling it finished because I only have to place heels because the actual sock is done. So the last podcast, I was at the white stripe. Yes, I was at the white stripe. Okay, not a long story. Tangent. This Tuft Woolens balm I lost last year. It is one of my favorite scents, which is Espresso Vanilla. The other night I went because we have a downstairs and we have like our TV. That's where we usually go at night when the girls go to bed. And I was looking on our coffee table and I see a Tuft Woolens hand balm and I'm like, what? I didn't leave one there. And I check and it's Espresso Vanilla. I can't tell you how much I've searched for this hand balm. Everywhere. I tipped over my house, upside down, couldn't find it. My husband's like, oh yeah, it was just in the crack of the couch. I'm like, really? Like, really? I checked there. I swear little elves or something put it there during Christmas. Like, I checked that couch so many times. But at least I found it. It was like brand new too. I want to say like I maybe just used that much. Like it was brand new. I was so upset that I had lost it. Couldn't believe it. All right, you guys, the socks were housed in my Daisy Girl and Company bag that Sherry so generously gifted to me. So beautiful. Her bags are amazing. I will link her shop below if you want to go and grab yourself one. She calls these, they're peekaboo bags. So you have your project in here and you can see it. I absolutely loved it because I don't know, just especially having like the stripes and the colors in the winter, it was amazing. Perfect bag for it. So this pair of socks is the Cozy Knitter 2019 Advent socks. So these are 24 individually striped socks. So the last podcast, I was at the white stripe. So since the last podcast, which was 2 weeks ago, I bound off and Kitchener the toes last night. I wanted to get them done for Christmas. That was my initial, but if you follow my stories on Instagram, to talk more about life at the end, my girls got sick. One of them had strep throat and had the little virus. The other one got sick with a cold, and then I got sick and my husband got sick. So like our house we were like out of order for like 3 weeks. So starting, and that week that I podcasted, she wasn't feeling good. She had already started, and that week, I want to say I podcasted on a Monday. By that Friday, I was completely sick. Like, thank God I put in that podcast on Monday because there was no way I was podcasting for a while. But you guys, oh my God, I'm in love. So I finished them. So if you look at the end, this is the stripe number 1. So I did knit. I contemplated on doing white for the toes, but I really only wanted it all of the stripes for the whole sock and just the heels in white. That I'm okay with. So I already placed. My heels will be going between the purple and blue stripe. So I'm hoping to get that done tonight so I can have a brand new pair of socks for the new year. I also have a lot left over because I only did 24 stripes because I have smaller feet. What I'm hoping to do is actually do another pair next year. So instead of wasting this, I am hoping to save it and next year knit myself up another pair of beautiful socks. And I might gift them to my mom. So yeah, really, really love these. I also knit those on my Chiagu. I knit them 2 at a time, and on my 40-inch Chiagu red lace needles. I absolutely love those for socks, and I need like 10 more needles on my 2.25 millimeter needle. All right, can't talk. That's okay. Okay, what is next that you have seen? Oh gosh. Okay, I was sick, and I decided this was a perfect time to finish my pair of mittens. It's a new mitt design that I've had on the needles for a little bit because I was trying to finish other things. And then I told myself, oh yeah, no, when you're not feeling good, this is the perfect time to continue a pair of mittens. I've done something, you guys, that I've never done before. I knit 2 of the same. And I only noticed, like, both ends are kitchener, okay? I only noticed when I was completely done. I'm such a silly goose. So that is going to be ripped out. I will be writing up the pattern for this, both as fingerless mitts and regular full mitts, and I will be looking for test knitters very, very soon. I was hoping to put the call out earlier, but that did not happen. So I am thinking this week I will be putting the call out for test knitters for this. I will be looking for testers for both the fingerless pair mitts and the regular mitts, and they will be available in 2 adult sizes. So if you are interested, get on the test knitting earburn list for that, and you will be notified when that goes up. This is housed in my Mini Moon sewing bag that I absolutely love. There will always be a project in here just because it's just a really nice bag. And the yarn is by Jamie and Andrea of Mockingbird Fibre Co. It is in their rustic sock, which is a 85-15 BFL nylon and tweed. Absolutely love the tweed flex. Really love it. And it's in their Fields of Gold colorway. So let me see if you can look at all that tweed. I don't knit with tweed enough. I really, really love it. What I'm debating on doing, instead of ripping out like the whole thing, I'm debating on ripping out, making it a fingerless mitt, and then making another one of the left, so that I can maybe get a pair both. I could test knit pretty much both, like the full pair of mitts and the fingerless mitt, so when I take the photos and the patterns release, then I can maybe have both for you guys, so that I don't feel as bad that I knit that much. So yeah, we'll see what happens, but I do have to rip that out regardless, and reknit them either using fingerless mitts or doing a left side. I'm undecided yet, so we will see what happens there. All right, the pile's getting smaller, guys. Are you still with me? Oh my god, 30 minutes and I'm not even done. This might be a longer one, because I do have some acquisitions at the end too. All right, okay. This is a sad one. This is a really sad one. All right, so during the holidays, I thought, because I finished off my other sweater, my Cozy Sunday sweater, and I thought, I'm gonna pick up the Hedge Hog sweater that I'm designing currently for them. So I blocked it out, laid it all out, tried it on. Holy crap, this freaking thing is like enormous. Like, my neckline's a little bit smaller than that. So, had to rip it all out. And I'm going to be starting new again. So I just thought I would give you that update. So I had to rip it completely because there is no saving it. Like, it is just, I probably have to either go down a stitch count, a stitch needle size, and go down on my stitch count as well. So I was a little disappointed because that was a lot of work and that was some color work. But I want to be happy with the final garment rather than just rush it to something that won't even fit and won't look nice. So this is in my Fringe Supply Co Bag, which I absolutely adore. And these are Hedge Hog Fibres in Cinder, Fool's Gold. Oh gosh, what is this one? I do have the tags. Rose Hip. So the main color of the sweater will be in Cinder. And then I will have these two colors in the colorwork portion. So I do want to cast this on very, very soon. Again, I just want to get a few things off the needles because I find if I have too much on my needles at the same time, I get very overwhelmed and I don't like it because I feel like I'm not giving those designs enough attention and I'm rushing through something and not actually enjoying the process. So if it takes me a little bit longer but I'm happier in the end result, I would rather do that. So I'm going to get that done. We're going to get it done, guys. My next cast on, and the bag is the acquisition. I joined the sock swap. So it was for a skein of yarn. Okay, you guys, this thing was for one skein of yarn, a fingering weight, or for a pair of socks, and just some extra little goodies for your partner. And I was partnered with the incredible lady of Quanta. Is it Sandra? I'm pretty sure it's Sandra. Let me double check because you guys need to check out her bags. She has bags. She has yarns. Oh, it's amazing what she has. Yep, Sandra. Okay, I was right. Yeah, so she gifted me this bag along with other things that I will be showing, but it is just housing my next design. I had mentioned on the previous podcast that I was going to cast on a hat out of my leftovers of Toile Matin yarns. This is in her DK base. Her main color is Ghost, so I cast on the hat. So last night when I finished kitchening the toes, I picked up for her hat, and I got this much done. I'm knitting these on my US 6 high sharps. Really love it. So yeah, so I am knitting a hat, and this is going to be a new design, so I'm really excited about that, and more to come, so I'm just starting it out now. And yeah, this is housed in that bag. I also wanted to show on the podcast, I did skein up my next yarn for design, not cast on yet obviously, but this is out of Specktacular Yarns, who is Jennifer. This is in her Cinnamon Spice colorway, which is a fingering weight, 75.25. And this incredible yarn, I love the neutralness of this. It is beautiful. So what I'm thinking of doing is holding it double for a project. I'm not going to mention what it is just yet, but I'm holding it double for a project that I'm really excited about. So I'm hoping to cast this on in the next week or two, so hopefully by the next podcast that can be done. Okay, there's no more room on the ground, so I have to put it up here. Okay, you guys, that's everything that I'm working on. I think that's enough. So by the next podcast, I always usually tell you my goals. So by the next podcast, I want the cozy knitter socks, I want those heels put in. Maybe have the hat done, because I already have the chart written up. It's going to be a colorwork hat, and I already have the chart written up, so I literally just have to knit it up. I'm looking on the ground because all the projects are there. Okay, so we want the heels in the cozy knitter. I want the hat done. I think those two big ones. I think so. That's going to be the goal for the next podcast. So cross your fingers that the next time you see me, that those are going to be done. We can totally do it. Okay. Some of this is yarn support, some of this is gifts, and some of this is me purchasing on D-Stash. So let's go with the purchasing on D-Stash. Amanda of Birch and Lily, she was having a D-Stash on her Instagram, and I snagged these two skeins as well as the Dragon Hoard yarns that I showed you previously. So this is in Playground and Elements from Hedge Hog Fibres. Love, 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 love it. So these are just going in the stash. Absolutely love this. I love that it's a neutral background. Like, I know some of you might say like, oh Julie, that's not really your color palette, because it's like, I don't mind based on a neutral background to have some neon speckles. That does not bother me, especially if they're socks. For socks, I can wear pretty much any color. But yeah, really love this. So I bought these on D-Stash from Amanda. I did a fun, I'm missing 2 skeins of yarn. I'll show them on the next podcast. But as part of our Advent swap, me and Christine wanted to exchange commercial yarns as well. So she got me this amazing Patons Kroy. I love Patons Kroy for gift knitting. It's amazing. Absolutely, it's a great commercial yarn. Great if you want to add your first pair of socks. If you're gift knitting for someone, they are amazing. This is in the purple haze colorway. And they, oh, sorry, I don't know if you heard that. That was my elbow. I did not toot. We call them toots in our house. Like, that was just my elbow. You're probably laughing your butt off saying, like, we didn't even hear anything. And you just said toot on your podcast. Yep. That's me, guys. All right. So I love this. I am thinking they're going to be socks for my mother-in-law. She loves color, and she absolutely wears my hand-knit socks like all the time. I'm excited to see because my father-in-law, I don't know if he's going to wear the hand-knit socks, and I told my husband, I'm like, if he doesn't wear them, he's not getting any next year. Like, I don't care. Everybody else will. If he does not wear them and I don't see them on his feet, he's not getting any. I will only give my hand-knit pair of socks to people who will wear them and appreciate them. Is everybody else like that? All right, this is from Rose of Akara Yarns, and this is for yarn support for a future design. This is some of her Jingle Jangle sock kits. That was a pattern that I released this winter. And I looked at the kits and I looked at her and I'm like, girl, I need these. Like, I need these. They are amazing. So this is her spring kit. Oh. So it's 5, so you have 5 20-gram mini skeins, and then you have 1 50-gram. This is a spring kit. So I will be doing some colorwork socks out of both of these. I'm really, really excited. And look at this blue kit. It is going to be so stunning. I can't even. Like, I seriously can't even. Rose is one of the people that, she was actually the first person I ever approached to collaborate. She was one of my friends, and she's always been so supportive of me and my designs since the start, and I appreciate her so much. If you do not follow her, go. I will link her in her shop below. She is an incredible person and has incredible yarn. So I've collaborated with her for my cold winter nights, my Jingle Jangle socks, Fluffy Nanook, the tea. Oh my god, I can't even remember my own pattern names. I collaborated her for tea, Dominicana? Yeah, my Dominicana tea. So those were all with her and her beautiful yarn. So keep checking out my space and stuff because, oh my god, I love it. I can't wait. I seriously, I'm so excited. All right. Last for yarn support is the incredible ladies of Camellia Fibre Company. Let's see if I have their, yeah. Is it like that? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so. So this is, for the first one, I will be designing a pair of socks for them out of their Merino Sport, which is 100% merino wool in their bisque colorway. They have look at the twist on that. Those, even though there's no nylon, depending on the twist of the sock and how much you wear them, they will still be amazing. So because this is such a high twist, I will not worry about these wearing out. And if they do, you fix them. I'm really, really excited. And the next, I just want to cuddle with these so bad. Like, I just want to be like having them here and just like cuddle them all day. This is in their merino worsted, which is in 100% merino in the Camellia colorway. And I have 3 full skeins of worsted, and these are going to be for a future project with their, I'm going to be holding it double with their mohair and silk, which is a 72% kid mohair, 28% silk, which is in their moonflower colorway. So, can I do this? Can I do? There we go. How about I just do this for you guys? Isn't this, oh, let me turn them both. So, isn't that just beautiful? Like, you see the mohair on that. I'm really excited. Yeah. These are going to be for a future project that I can't wait. So I'll just end the podcast here and I'll just cuddle these like yarn babies. Oh, I'm a weirdo, but that's why you guys come back, right? You guys love my weirdness. Okay. Now for like, should I call it like the mother load? Sandra of Quanta Fibres spoiled me absolutely rotten. There is no other word for it. She went above and beyond. You guys, it was for 1 skein of yarn, and then I get this in the mail, a huge package, and I'm like, this ain't for me. Like, first of all, look at this bag. Look at the size of this bag. This is my head, and this is this bag. So what I'm currently doing, I'm housing like a crap ton of stuff in here because I love it. It is next to my bed, so I can house all of the projects. Love it. When I'm going traveling, you bet your bum that this is coming with me because I can fit everything in here. So she gifted me the amazing bag that I showed you, a lovely DPM. And you guys, her bags are amazing. Like, they're so well made. All right, now for the, oh my God, here are the 2 other skeins that I didn't, okay, here they were. All right, anyways, back to Sandra and her yarn. So she not only does bags, she dyes yarn. I was so blown away by this. Like, it was crazy. She was so generous. Did not have to do this. This is in Ice Tonal, 100% New Zealand wool, which is a DK weight, and this one is White Sage Tonal. Really beautiful. And they feel, these are going to be mittens. Like, hands down, this is going to be a pair of mittens because they are just going to be the coziest thing ever. Okay. Nancy from my knit group calls me, oh my God, Nancy, what do you tell me? I'm a baby when it comes to wool. I do not like scratchy stuff, okay? Next, like for a sweater or a garment, I am more of a softer. For me, this is prickly next to skin. For some people, it might not be. I can't wait to see how this blocks out. Sandra told me that it blocks out beautifully. And all I can think about is mittens for this. Or like super sturdy socks, like DK weight socks that you put like little lined socks and you would put this in your boots. This would be perfect for it. So that was some of the yarn. Oh yeah, you guys, she went crazy. It's too generous, way too generous. And then I got 2 skeins of her Peppermint Bark Speckle, and then this is Vintage Christmas. This is a sock weight, which is a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. Is that my hair? Yep. Aren't those beautiful? She was just so absolutely generous that I might even like put some in a giveaway package because I just want to share the love with you guys, and you need some of her yarn because that's not all. She also dyed a self-striping yarn. Like, come on. She does it all. Beautiful. This one, excuse me, I'm talking so much, my throat is dry, is Alpacas and Catus. I mean, come on. It's a 4-color repeat, 3 rows of each color. Beautiful. Sorry guys, this one I'm keeping. But I love it. So thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart, Sandra. I've already thanked you so much on Instagram. It was so crazy generous of you. All right, put that away. So the 2 other skeins that I did receive with my Advent swaps, Christine had so generously gifted me her Patons Kroy, and she's a spinner. I've never spun before. I don't even want to go near it because I'm one of those people that would like completely dive in, and I have enough hobbies, but I love her hand spun yarn. I've never knit with hand spun yarn, and I've always wanted to. And then she gifted me hand spun yarn. I almost cried when I opened this up on Christmas morning, and I texted her, I'm like, is this your hand spun? She's like, yes. I'm like, oh, this ain't going nowhere. This is for me. This is selfishly. I don't know if I'm gonna knit a pair of socks or a hat, but I love it. She's so talented. So talented. So yes, this was in my Advent, and me and Jill also exchanged a full skein of yarn, and I got Primrose in Gothic Grudge? Anyways, I've always wanted to try Primrose and never have. I was so happy to receive this. This is going in the stash for a while. Yeah. Oh, it's beautiful. Like, this is me. Like, neutrals with colors and... Yep. Love it. Love it, love it. You guys, that's it. Where are we at? Oh my god, we're at 47 minutes. I think this is going to be the longest podcast. So that is all that I've been knitting. At the end, I will also put for the Coffee House Sock Club, so keep looking. I will try to pop it right here. Hopefully I did that, and that was there. So yeah, so for life, like I said, we were so sick. It just took a toll on the entire house. It was god awful. We weren't even able to do our Christmas. We were supposed to do it this Sunday right before Christmas, but we were sick, my parents were sick, and my brother's family was sick. Like, we just, like, everyone, it was ridiculous. So what we did was we did it this past weekend, and it was perfect. Everyone was all cleared and healthier, so it was really nice. I have been just knitting as much as I can now that I'm finally feeling better. I feel like when you're sick, everything, and especially when you have little ones, they want to be cuddled and they want to be rocked, and you just sit down and you are their pillow and cushion for the whole day. And you guys, I'm not complaining. I absolutely love my babies, and I will sit there as long as they want me to. But the only problem with that is I didn't get shit done. So when it came at nighttime and I was sick, you know, by 7:30 we were in bed. We were so exhausted, and we were just like, it was one of those colds that didn't want to go away, and we were just like, it just knocked us out completely, that we were exhausted every single night. Like, I was going to bed at 7:30 and I was sleeping through the morning. The girls were going for their nap at 12. I was going down for a nap. Like, it was just, it kicked my butt. But thankfully we are all back healthy, and I'm so happy. Like I said, today we are going to be going to the hospital to visit my aunt who has been there. She's waiting to go into a home, and she hasn't seen the girls in a while. We were hoping to go on Christmas, but everyone was still sick, so that was not the time to go to a hospital. We're going to be bringing them and going to see her, so that's going to be really nice. I think that's about it. Like for New Year's Eve, me and my husband are not doing much. We didn't do much last night. We just sat down, watched a movie together, and for me, that is perfect. We're not really party people. I would rather sit down at home and cuddle up with a nice movie. And knitting. That is my preferred. So that was really, really fun. We just did that. I'm trying to think what else that we did in the past 2 weeks. It's, like I said, I've not got much knitting done just because we were sick, but now like I'm feeling better. I'm like, I want to crank out like a thing a day. I'm like looking at my hat and I'm like, oh yeah, I can finish that by the end of the day. And I'm like, Julie, please do not do this to yourself. Like, do not be that crazy person. I'm hoping by tomorrow night, maybe I can finish the hat. Maybe we'll see what happens, but I'm hoping to get a few things off the needles, and I'm really excited for this new knit along with Kay. I really want to knit the girls a lot more things. I find that I'm not knitting them enough, and they wear them because I put them on it, so they're gonna wear whatever I put. Oh god, you guys, I'm just rambling at this point. Oh, big thank you to each and every single one of you who purchased my Winter Trees pullover. That is the blue sweater that I've been wearing constantly because I'm in love with it. Thank you. It is now on Ravelry if you want to go purchase it. I did send out a newsletter. If you are not on my newsletter, get on it because you get a special coupon code and you won't miss out on any pattern releases. So go on that and you will make sure I link it below. Thank you so much. You guys, we made it to page 1 of Ravelry Hot Right Now list. Like, mind has been blown. Thank you. It really, honestly, I say this with every pattern release because it's true. It just means so much to me. I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I do patterns on the side and it lets me stay at home with my twins, which really means the world to me that I can raise my own children. So I really appreciate all of your support and all of your love. And I think with that, we will end it here, and I will have finally lunch before the girls try and wake up. But I will see you hopefully in another week or two, and with even more knitting and more FOs, and let's hope that I have hit these goals that I really want to hit. And until next time, happy knitting. Bye, you guys.